Okay, so I won't lie, I haven't really touched Blender in a few well as well.
Okay.
But I have the basics, which I can explain. I don't have any rig though. Maybe we can like download some. Do you have anything to train on actually? Because we better like get something, both of us, the same thing to work on. We want to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I have something. Are you able to manage my screen or you cannot?
Yeah, yeah, I can see your screen. I cannot like touch it though.
Oh, I thought you would be able to manage it.
It's just like screen sharing. We can do on our own. It's like yeah, I see a lot of people using the a model from the site you're viewing right now. I never really used it. I usually just like take complete models. You know, if I do animations, uh, whatever franchise I like, video games, stuff like that. So
Uh-huh.
where is it actually?
Uh,
Mixamo. Okay.
yeah, that's what it's called.
And like, do you have a link to the rig that I can download so that we can have both the same?
There is this software that I'm using. It's really lightweight. It's called AnyDesk. That allows you to manage my computer as well. It's really lightweight.
I I mean I would really wanna control your computer. I'd rather you do your stuff on it.
Okay, okay, that's no problem, man. Let me know when
Um so
you
yeah,
able to see my
Mixamo
Blender.
rig. Yeah, yeah, I can see it fine. No problem. Mixamo rig. Let me see. Do you have a direct link to the model so that I can download it? Or if you have the file, direct link.
Yeah, yeah, I should have it. Hang on. Can use this one.
Do you have a you? I think you can send it through Discord. Can you not? No, it's kind of large. Um, you can send it through Fiverr actually on the
Okay,
website.
hang on.
You can drop it in there.
Hang on. All right, let me go on there.
The order page. Okay, here you should be able to drop attachments. Hopefully, it's not too big. I've never really hit a limit myself. Yep. Let me go check it. Fiverr. Did you send it? You need to
Yes.
click.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
It's
no.
still uploading. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
It's loading.
So like, you're looking to get a refresher on animation and also rigging, right?
Yes.
Okay, I've never really done too much with rigging. I've already like, because like mainly I don't finish models, so I if like for example the hair isn't rigged, I can do that small
Yeah.
little fixes. I have
Now,
an understanding of the basics how it works. I've just never really done a full rig myself.
okay, no problem, no problem. Now,
Okay,
I'm
so
on the
here,
same page as you. Like, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get into animation. Well, when it comes to creating the models and rigging them, I will hire other people to do that for me. But I wanna be able to be a good animator. That's all. That's all. That's what I need. That's all I need. I sent you that
that's
file already.
yep, yep. I'm downloading it. So yeah, oh my gosh, the downloads are so slow.
Give me a, s-
But yeah,
give, give me a second.
um,
I'm back.
so yeah, I was gonna say that yeah, animation is kind of like the most fun process in 3D animate. I mean 3D, the 3D workflow in general, because like modeling and all that stuff really you gotta, since you're not the last person on the chain, like all that you're gonna do, you need to make sure that it's not gonna break when someone else touches it, whereas when you're animating you're in the last process and you already have
Right.
the cool looking model finished. So yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Old Chris projects commission. Okay, I've got the model. Let me import it. Up. Wait, that's not how you do it. You do it like import. It's an FBX. Um, yeah, and do the same if you can. Check your screen. Where did it put? Shared all Chris projects commissions. Fiverr here. Okay. Oh wait, is that the model you wanted to work on?
Yeah, Mr. Mousy.
Okay, interesting. My first question is, what are all these keyframes?
What?
Oh, okay, some movements. What are these for? Or you
Oh,
just
I don't.
are
I
you
don't know what.
seeing my screen right now?
No, 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 I cannot see your screen now. Hang on.
Check on Discord.
What?
Yeah, it's on the you can see all Chris with the screen. Just click on the middle of the frame, and can you see the little dude? No, 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 the second square. Just click again in the middle, and then click on the second square, and that's my screen. No, the second one. The second one.
This one?
Yeah, that's my screen. This is my screen. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I was wondering what all these keyframes are, and like, were you doing some testing?
Oh, no, no, no. It came from Mixamo. It came with it.
Yeah, okay, just to test that everything works right. Okay. Well, I guess we
Yeah.
can just
Where did
delete
you?
them all.
Yeah. How'd you find that? It doesn't show on mine. How did you find those keyframes? What did you click?
Well, I imported the model, so I clicked File, then I went to Import. I
Yeah, I did that
imported
too.
the
Uh-huh.
FBX, then I imported the
Okay.
file, and these animations were included in the file.
Did it just show, or you had to click on the top where it says top right hand side to see the frames?
Top right hand side. Where exactly? Let me see your
Wait.
screen.
What's that port? What's that port called again?
No, it's like
Uh,
on the bottom. Look at the bottom of your screen. Do you see the play arrow, and then you just drag it up?
oh, you're right. It is playing. What?
Yeah. Well, you don't see the keyframes. But just you see yeah, here. Just drag it up to have more room. And if you don't see them, just I look at my screen. Look at my screen just to see what the issue is. So I don't see the keyframes either, but it's because you need to scroll up. Wait, hold on. No, never mind. I'm confused as well. Where are the keyframes now? I saw them like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, I saw them as well.
Darn. Weird. Because usually the thing is that it scrolls down. Um, okay, let me try to add a keyframe because that's very weird. Where are the bones, anyways? Object mode. No, wait, where's the armature? Okay, okay. Oh, okay, because you need to select the armature. That's the problem. Yeah. Oh well, you got them now. You see in the scene collection, the outliner it's called. You've got
Yeah.
the armature here, and then
Hang on,
under the armature you've got the model
let me
actually.
let me
So
try and
this,
pop out your screen. Okay, hang on. Okay, this is better.
so if
All right.
you like, do you see the CH19 here?
19. Yeah.
That's the polygons actually. That's the mesh. So if I click on tab, you can see all of the little vertices. So I click on tab again to put it back into object mode. So like
What did
this,
you click?
on tab. So like, do you see that little pop up
Oh,
here?
okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I
You,
understand.
you
To
have
switch
object
from mode,
mode and
edit
edit
mode and
mode.
object. Mm-hmm.
So edit mode is to edit the mesh and the
Okay.
vertices, and you can switch between the two with the tab button basically. So like the CH19 object here, you can see the little
Mhm.
inverted triangle. That means it's
Yeah,
an object. So
I
that's
see it.
literally the vertices that make the thing. But you can't really move them because see, if I try for example to move let's say the mouth, I can only move it like this. It doesn't make sense. It's not how you do it.
No.
So the thing is you gotta put an armature on the model, on the mesh, which is that thing. And so the animation here that you see is not the on the mesh, it's on the armature.
Okay.
Let me just quickly go back to object mode. So yeah, that's when you click the model, you see now you see the outline around the mesh, and that's why you didn't see the animation, the keyframes. So
The
what you need to do
keyframe.
is really to select the armature here. So like
Mhm.
I guess that thing at the top allows you to easily select it. And so I don't know if you see, you can't really see them properly. So what I would do to see them better, to get a better view of them, you go to viewport display at the bottom. Well, first you select the armature here,
Mhm.
then you go to viewport display, and then you click in front, and then you can see it above anything else. And so
Okay. Let me.
that little thing, that little weird skeleton, that's your armature, and that's what you animate with.
Hang on. Let me try
So you
that.
can see all the individual fingers, you can see all the the bones of the spine, you can see the head and the toes, and so that's what the keyframes are animating.
Okay. Now, question for you.
Yep.
I used to do it when before I left Blender, but now I forgot how it's done. Like, how do we get to see this character like with full with like the actual color that it is and not the gray?
Oh, okay. So you see at the top here, the little
Yeah.
dots. That's for
Mhm.
switching the view modes. And so you've got four of them. Just let the textures load. So yeah, first one is the wireframe. You never really use this one. It's like it's basically just to see the vertices real quick. This one is the solid view. Is it called solid view? No, it's viewport shading. No, okay, it's solid. And so basically, it's like wireframe, but it's filled in, so you can see. It's very fast. It's very performant. So like, if you have a big, huge scene, you usually want to animate in this. You never really want to use the two others because it's more laggy and it's gonna mess up the animation. Especially like if it's slowed down, and you try to animate it to be fast when it's slowed down, and then you actually export the animation, it's going to be sped up and it's going to look wrong. So you need to have the maximum performance. So that's what solid mode is used for. And then you've got these two. So like material preview basically has all the textures, as you can see. And then the last one is basically the same, but with the lighting that you want to have. So you see there you have the lighting
Okay, let
um,
me try it on mine.
from the scene, like the light that's standing right here is illuminating the model, but it's not as practical because you see here it's dark, you can't see anything, so you just switch to the third one and then you can see everything better. It's
All right.
for just for viewing the textures basically.
All right, hang on. Let me try it on mine, see if it works.
Yep. Then you just wait for the textures to load. Takes a little bit of time, and then yep.
Ah, okay. Okay, here we go.
And
Here we
so
go.
just to like show you what I mean by the fact that it doesn't take into account the lighting. So like here you see I'm in the last mode, which is called rendered, I think. Yeah, rendered. So like you can see the little light. Let me hide the armature, it's better. Yeah, so you can see the light, it's right here. And so if I try to move it with, so okay, I select the light and then I click on the G button on my keyboard and that allows me
Mhm.
to move it. And you can see as I move the light, it moves, it shines the light in a different spot on the character. But
Right.
if I switch to the, what is it called? Material preview mode, and then I try to
Mm-hmm.
move the light, it doesn't do anything
You got
because
nothing.
it,
Okay.
it doesn't take into account the lights, it just shows the textures correctly.
Okay. All right. All right.
So yeah, I guess let's switch back to this. Let's click
How
on
would
the
we
armature again.
how would we go about hiding that big bone? Because although you hide the amateur, the big bone still show. How would we hide that?
Hide all the armature. Oh, the big.
Yeah.
Okay, hide the armature. I guess you just click on the in the view on the outliner. You check the armature and you just hide it.
Ah, okay. That's all it takes. Okay, no problem.
And so here's one tip for you. Do you see there are multiple buttons which you need to know
Yes.
what they all do. So like there's the little eye icon. So this one just hides it. The
Hmm.
monitor icon and the camera icon is basically disable the thing in either the viewport, so like that's what you're using right now, or the render, which is when you're gonna hit the render image, that's when it's
Okay.
gonna do it. So for example, if I hide it in the render, it's not gonna show up in the render, but here I can still see it, and if I invert it, I don't see it now, but I'll see it in the render. And so like
Okay.
you might be asking, why can I hide it with both of these buttons? Because this one is for hiding it, and this one is for disabling it in the viewport.
Render.
So what's the difference? Well, the difference is that hiding it, the object still exists. So like
But
let's say you've
but you
got,
can. It's just you can see it.
yeah, it's just you can see it, but here it's really disabling it, so like it doesn't exist. And if you've got like a huge scene with a lot of stuff, usually you want to disable them, like some of the things you're never going to see, which are for example outside or in another room. You want to
Mhm.
disable them to increase performance, so like that's the
Okay.
key difference. And
Okay.
if you don't
Nice.
see them, it's in here, you can customize. And if it's not, if you don't see it, you go in the filter, bam, activate it, it's here.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of overloading you with like random information when we should really be
No,
focusing on
not at all.
animation.
Not at all. Because not at all. Because you're not. Everything you're showing me right now are things I used to know. I just I just forget.
Because you know, it's all about pacing. I'm trying to get a YouTube channel going, and I need to learn about stuff like pacing and stuff, not overloading people, the correct order for like delivering information. So yeah. Um, yep. So Blender is kind of more suited for keyboard use. Like it uses a lot of keyboard shortcuts because it expects you to use your mouse, whereas other three software usually expect you to use a tablet. So like they have plenty of handy shortcuts, but here they have less shortcuts on the screen to touch, and usually stuff is more done with the keyboard. So I know not everybody enjoys using keyboard shortcuts, and they prefer activating the gizmos or whatever, like these things.
Mhm.
Um, but I think it could be useful if you want to learn a few. So like there was G to move things around. Maybe you can try it right now.
Mhm. No, no,
But
I do know, I do know. Let me,
you know that
let's
G
do this.
R,
Yeah,
and you know about
yeah, I know.
using the right click to cancel. So like if I move it and I don't want right click,
Correct. Or Control Z. Yeah.
yeah, you can do that also. But like for example, if you've got a really huge model again, I mean, I don't know if you encountered these situations with like really huge models and you try to move it and then you try to put it in some place, it lags, then Control Z, it lags again. Usually just right click is easier.
Okay, to
Um,
cancel it out.
but yeah, let me just delete all of these keyframes and let's start doing an animation. So like you need to go here into pose mode, and if you don't see it, you need to make sure that you selected the armature.
Hang on a second, please. I'm trying to move this damn thing. It's not coming like I want it to. There we go. All right, good. All right, let me go to your screen to see what you're doing. Hang on.
Oh, by the way, I mean, I guess you don't really have to go on my screen because I can guide you. I can see yours. Did you know, by the way, do you have a big keyboard with a numpad on the left, on the right?
Yeah, I have a big keyboard with the numpad and I have the mouse.
Yeah. Did you know you can use the number pad to actually move the camera in convenient
Yes,
spots?
yes, yes. So you pretty
And do
much
you know about orthographic view? If you click on five, it switches to an
Yes,
orthographic view.
that I need help with because when I use the numpad, I I have a hard time coming back to this. Let's go back to where it was originally. See here, right? Let's say you are here, and for instance, you press 3, correct? On your numpad.
Yep, three.
How do you come back to where it was?
You just put it back.
Oh, so there isn't any number you press.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is the number that automatically brings it back to where it was?
Let me check. I don't think there is. No, there is no number to go automatically back because it's basically like what you see. It's like when you move your mouse, it
Hmm.
just moves it. There's no, you can't control Z that. So like basically, it's if you click a button like this, it just puts it in a position, and you can't control Z it either. But it's simple. Like if you want to put it in some place, you just put it here, and I mean, I can
Okay,
move it very fast wherever I want. It's really easy. It's not really a
correct,
problem.
correct.
So like it's just
Okay,
convenient like shortcuts. So like you've got one is in front, three is in the
side.
on the side, yeah. Then you've got the top, and then nine it just inverts it. So like for example, if you want to see the side of the character, but you want to see the left side, you click on three first. Then you click on nine to invert it, and bam. And then you've got, if you want to have the same point of view but just orthographic, you click on five, and you can switch this.
5. Okay.
And usually, yeah, if you click on one of the corner numbers and then you just move it, it just goes back to normal view, not orthographic.
All right, let me try that on my own. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and select and press 3. Okay, 9 for the other side. All right, let's see. I want to go back.
And then try tapping on 5 and tapping on 5 again
All right,
to go in
5.
and out of orthographic. Yep. So that's basically, do you know what orthographic is? Let me give
I,
you
I was about to ask you that. What is orthographic used for?
um well, that's gonna okay, okay. So see these two dudes here?
Hang on, let me go back to your screen. Uh-huh.
So like see how the one in the back is smaller than the one in the front because like he's
Yeah,
farther. It's logical. But if I press on 5, they're both the same size and it looks weird. But that's the point of orthographic view, you know? Like do you see how the lines are perfectly square here?
correct.
It's like that's I mean I
How'd
don't
you
really know how to explain
how'd
it,
you
but that's
duplicate this so quick? What did you do?
you click on whatever you want to duplicate and then shift D and then you
Shift.
move it. And so yeah,
Let
I
me
can
grab.
also move it on wait, oh, I lost it. You can also move it on the line. So like here, for example, it's not tied to anything. I can move it anywhere. Let me just 5 again. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, I can just like move it anywhere. But if I want, for example, to move it along the green line, I can just like
Hmm.
as I move it, I click on the middle mouse button, and then you see the white line, and
Hmm.
then you align the white line with the axis you wanted to move on.
Okay. Or
And
can you just move it using Y, X, and Z?
you mean the keyboard buttons?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also do that. So like for example,
Okay.
Z, I can click on Y. And also what you can do is Alt Z, for example.
Hmm.
Is it Alt Z? No, I think it's Shift Z. Yeah, so Shift Z. So like that's the Z axis, the blue line. If I click on
Correct.
Shift Z, it's basically all of the axes except Z. So like I can move it along the ground basically. So it's pretty convenient. If
Okay.
you want
So
to have like
shift Z means no Z. Shift Y
yeah,
means no Y. Shift X means no X.
exactly.
Okay.
And
Copy
then
that.
you got like the rotation, pretty cool. You can also lock it to an axis. So like here for the rotation, if you want to lock it to an axis, it's more is basically if you want to rotate it from front to back, you need to. I mean, you see it rotates along the line. It's kind of weird to get like, but as you understand it, it becomes simple to understand. Doesn't really make sense what I said, but yeah, you got it.
It's all right, man. It does make sense.
So yeah, let's go into pose mode. So again, to go into pose mode, you just click on the armature. You can't pose anything else than an armature.
Mhm.
And then you go here and pose mode. Or like as I like
Okay.
to do it with shortcuts again, you can just click on the armature and then shift tab. Wait, that's not shift. Oh, control tab. Excuse me. It's like same thing as for example the mesh. You click on
Hmm.
tab, bam, you're in edit mode. Click back on tab, you're back. And same thing with the armature. Control tab, you're in pose mode. And then you can move it, and then bam,
Hang on.
control
Let me
tab,
try
you're
that.
back.
One second. Let me try that.
That's the mesh, and you want to click on the armature. You can yeah. And then as you click on yeah exactly.
Okay.
And then you can start moving around and just try moving for example the arm. Like yeah, you want to rotate it with the R button. And by the way, do you know how to pan the camera like this?
No.
You so like it's the middle mouse button, but you click on
Hang on.
shift at the same time.
I wasn't looking at your
Oh
screen.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I
Uh,
should have known. So like yeah,
Go again.
you can rotate around. You can pan also.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how to pan?
Yeah, yeah, with the middle mouse button.
Yeah, well yeah, but the middle mouse on its own just does this. But like you can pan with shift and middle mouse. So it's
Oh, for real? Let me see. Let me try that.
So as long as you know about panning, about moving around an object and also zooming in, you've got all the tools that you need.
All
So
right, all
yeah.
right.
Um, yep. And also, if you're having trouble with zooming because it doesn't want to zoom anymore or something, you just click on whatever you want to center your screen on, and then you click on numpad, the dot, the the period, and then it just centers on the thing. So like for example, I select
If
my.
you want to do what? I'm sorry. If you want to do what?
If you want to center on an object, like for example, if like zooming gives you trouble, or
Uh
like
huh.
you're somewhere weird, you just
Uh
select
huh.
whatever you want to focus on, and then click on numpad, period.
Period.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, I do have another question, right?
Yep.
Let's say right now we're doing a walk circle, but I don't want the foot to go under the 3D the 3D
Yeah, I get what you mean.
viewport. Is there a way that you can is there something that you do that tells the mesh not to go below the 3D viewport, like underneath?
Honestly, no. Like there
You
is
literally have to fix
technically.
it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay. So one thing about animation is like there are two ways that I would say you can animate. There's the like accurate, precise way and the exaggerated way, like more cartoony and stuff. And like it's on a scale basically. But like you can't really you can't handcraft a realistic animation. Like that's not possible. I really uh, that's not a goal that you should strive towards because like there are so many micro movements that humans do and like how physics interact and that your foot cannot go under whatever surface, but you really shouldn't worry about all this because that's minor. When you look at when you're doing it for the first time, you're thinking, oh, it shouldn't do this, it shouldn't, because it looks weird. But really, when you're looking at a movie or something, you're not even realizing because the everything goes so fast. What matters is that the movement feels natural. It doesn't matter if the hand goes 1 pixel too far and into the ground. And actually, most big budget games that are really well made and that people like the animation of, they have like plenty of bugs like this that you can find where the things clip around, and it's really not a problem, honestly. It's
Okay,
just
okay,
like,
thank
yeah,
you.
it's just you need to wing it. uh, what I would suggest, even um, if it makes more sense, just make the foot go a bit below the ground, because that way you won't have any like hovering foot issue where you see the shadow hover and it looks weird and stuff. Just
Yeah,
put it in the ground, like not as much, but like
yeah, I understand. I
if you're
understand.
having trouble, better go deeper than not enough.
Okay, all right.
Um,
I understand so far.
yeah, because that's why all of the big budget games that want to be realistic use motion capture, because it's not possible by hand. and
All right, cool.
and usually when you're doing it by hand, so like that's the thing, we have like micro movements and stuff, and like you see every single movement that you do. If I click record and then I put like stuff like
I
this.
agree. You're right.
It's like I've put the keyframes. You see how like I've done like, I mean, it's not much, but like I have three keyframes. Imagine that you're moving every single part of your body, even the fingers, that you're gonna move, have micro movements or whatever. Cause like, humans, they're always like falling over. They're in constant imbalance, and basically all the micro movements are trying to balance you out so that you don't fall on the ground.
Forward. Okay. Uh-huh.
And like that's impossible to do by hand. Like you can't just look at this dude. Can you really like imagine how he would try to equilibrate himself with gravity on just a single frame? You
Correct.
can't even do that
Correct.
for a single frame.
Correct.
So that's the thing. What you want to do, let me find again that thing, is really, instead of trying to be super precise and whatever, just try to be smart with how you use the keyframes. Like try to
Okay.
use as few as you can and make it as believable or like interesting looking as you can. It's not about
Okay.
being precise, it's about being charming.
Okay. Okay. No, I understand. I understand because you got a point. Because I was trying to perfect everything, and I mean, I'm like, oh, that's it's gonna look weird. It's gonna look. But you're right.
I
You are
know,
totally right. Because animation is
I
all
was
about
like this at
keyframes.
first, but yeah, I've seen so many things like, and even like if you look at the big budget games and whatever, it has plenty of these issues.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess one thing, there's the timeline here. you can see here if you click on the little button here, you can
Yeah.
see which tab this is. So like for example, this one is the viewport, 3D viewport, so like you can see the 3D view, and this one is the timeline, which is right here. What I usually like to use personally is the graph editor. So the graph edit is it the graph editor or is it something else? Let me check. Is it the dope sheet? Oh yeah, hold on, let me select it. Okay, it's the graph editor then. So the graph editor, what is it? It's like the timeline. You've got your keyframes here,
Hmm.
except it's a bit better than the timeline because what you can see is um. Hold on, let me use. How do I zoom in it? Control. Okay, control. So like here you've got your keyframes, but you can see the little waves that they do. Let me select up. Do you see the lines? How they squiggle and stuff?
Uh-huh.
So like if I play the animation here, do you see how the arm moves up and down and stuff?
Correct.
And do you see how it moves up and down on the rhythm of the on the little slope here? So
Correct.
for example, if I click on G to move it and move it like for example more here, you can
Make
see
it
it
sharper.
moves. Yeah, it moves farther, and I can
Okay.
change the timing. But one very important feature of the graph editor is the Bezier curves. So what the Bezier curve? I don't know if you've ever heard of Bezier curves.
No.
It's
I
basically
know about the
these.
graph editor, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's basically these handles, and basically in any software you'll find, it basically changes how the curve moves. So like for example,
Behaves.
I can just put it like super sharp like this. Hold
Uh-huh.
on. Well, I am having trouble, but the point is I can have it super sharp like this. So like you see, it's very robotic, and then I can smooth it out like that,
Okay.
and then you'll see it takes more time. It's like whoop whoop,
Nice.
and so that the Bezier curves is your number one cheat to make your animations look very natural,
Realistic.
basically. More to make them more smooth and also use less keyframes because like can you imagine if like it was more like robotic as we said, and then what you're gonna do to make it more whatever smooth is you're gonna try to add how do you add keyframes in there? I don't even know. It's like but like
So
instead.
how do you do? You just click G and grab it?
Yeah, G and grab it.
Okay.
And then also R works, your standard things, and then S also works.
Okay. Nice.
So like scaling, rotating, and moving. So like yeah, I don't really know how to add a keyframe. I don't think you can from here, but like basically, instead of putting one keyframe every step of the way to make a smoother curve, you can just bum. There you go. Done. Easy.
Wow.
So just tinker with the graph editor, try to figure how to make smoother animations.
Correct. Correct.
Um,
So I guess what happened is once you add your keyframe, then you realize, hey, I want this better, I want this sharper. Then you come to the graph editor and say, you know what, let me try and fix it here instead of
yeah,
adding more
exactly. To
keyframes.
change the timings, basically.
Correct.
But so like first, you should like nail down the main keyframes. So like for example, if you want your character. Okay, first off, I'm just gonna say something real quick here. Um, Animation. Okay, so one of the two things that are super hard in animation, hand animation, is full body animation and lip syncing. The reason for full body animation is because again the body tries to balance itself out, and like if anything is wrong, you can automatically detect it. It's like you don't know why it feels wrong, and you're gonna have a real hard time fixing it, but it's just gonna look off because the brain knows that this is not how people
This is
balance
not correct.
themselves.
Hmm.
And that is the thing, when you do full body animation, basically the dude is gonna try to balance himself out unless like he's on a chair or something, which is way easier. If the character has an anchor point that is static, it's gonna be so much easier. um I don't know, I don't really have recommendations for like a hack to do it. I've tried it, it looked like kind of okay, but a bit off. It was okay. And then lip syncing, because lip syncing is like a time sync. You've got so many. You need to know how the mouth moves and stuff. But the
Correct.
best way to make these two things and anything really is just to look at reference. If you see someone like don't try to make from scratch from your head because it's always going to be super hard to imagine. You can't, your brain can't imagine how people balance over. But if you
Yeah, I
see
use
someone and you actually try to copy their movements and their micro movements, it's so much easier, and that's a great way to learn.
what I do is I type, cycles, walk cycles, jump cycles, and I go on Google, then I find them and I try to imitate those. That's what I used to do.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, keyframes. We were at the key. Oh yeah. So one thing I recommend is first you need to nail down your keyframes basically. So like, for example, let's say we wanted to punch. I don't even know. Let me put timeline. I'm not like super fired up right now, but let's try anyways. So like, let's say he wants to punch. Um, oh, I need to select all the keyframes. Click on. Okay, so one thing, if you want all the keyframes to stay in one place, so for example
Uh-huh.
here I don't have any keyframes, you know. And if for example I put, let's say this arm and I move it here at this time, and then I try to go back, it's not gonna go back because it never was back. You know, there was no
Correct.
keyframe at
Nothing
this point.
happened. Nothing happened until
So what
24.
I would do, first I click on A to select everything, then I click on Alt R to reset all rotation. So like R is the button to rotate, you know, and Alt R is basically reset all rotation. So what I do is I delete all the keyframes, I go back to the first frame, and then what I do is I want to create one keyframe where I say, okay, that's the pose the model has in the beginning, and it should be like
Yeah,
that. So I click
default.
on G to move my model, so I can move it. But instead of moving it, I just click on my mouse to select and to confirm without moving my mouse. It's like you
Yeah.
gotta be a little bit precise. It's not the, yeah, it's a little trick I use. So basically now I have a keyframe and the keyframe says, okay, the model is here. So like if I now go to wherever and just move my model, you can see, please do what I said you needed to do. Oh, because it didn't rotate. Okay, so what you can do then, my bad. What you can do then is just select everything again and do the same with R and also with scale, and it should work now. If I go here, rotate, and go back. Come on, dude. Why are you not working? What's happening? Is it selected in? I'm kind of stumped. It should. Why is it not record? Add and replace. I have no idea what is going on. Okay, and if I just do it like this, then it works. Okay, it's weird. When I select everything, it doesn't want to work.
No, it's fine. That's not a concern that I have right now. I understand.
But usually it should work. But anyways, so yeah, a punch
My
again.
I have a question, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say right now I want to back off a little bit. Let's say right now I want the character to squat, right? If
Mm-hmm.
I grab if I grab the mid that yeah, if I grab that and I say, G, right? And the whole
Okay.
thing just pull down. It's not just squatting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and actually, let me just check something. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. Not all models are equal, and rigging is a really complex process. Rigging is actually probably the least fun part of the whole process, because it's basically um, try to make it work. Like it's doing some math. Basically, it's the math work that tries to make the mesh. Let me just, okay, mesh here. Yeah, that tries to make the mesh work with the armature. Basically, you need to do the math to, like, actual math in here. You need to do some scripting and whatever and weight painting. And if you check actually, um, maybe I can show you this. If you select the armature, then select this and go to weight paint mode, and then you can see, if I click on control, yeah, you can see for example here, this little bone, you can see it's painted on that part of the model. and if you click on each and every bone, you can see which part of the model it's gonna move.
What it moves? Okay.
Um, and so there's this to care about, and then there are other things. And so okay, let me. There's what we call inverse kinematics. Inverse kinematics. There's forward kinematics and inverse kinematics. So did you see the keyframes in the beginning of the file, which I totally deleted? But like
Correct.
it was trying like to move every single thing, and that was forward kinematics. So like for example, if
Give
I
me.
move,
You, could you give me a second? My daughter is crying. Give me a second.
okay, okay.
Let's see what's going on with her.
Chrome. I find a better model on Open 3D. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Do we got any better models? Browse. Can I use Life is Strange? Looks cool. What the heck is this? Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm back.
Yep. So I was trying to find a model in the meantime. I guess we could just use the whatever Star Wars one. Let me find the link to it so that I can send it to you. Where is it? Two. Okay, here. Here's the link. How much is it actually? It is very large. Oh my gosh, it's very large. Let me find a smaller model. But basically, okay, so like forward kinematics and inverse kinematics. Let me just show you real quick. Forward kinematics is basically you can rotate stuff. You see the foot as you've seen in the example. So like I can move this, but then I gotta go forward to each and every single bone
Correct.
and move it one by one. Like
Correct.
I go forward,
Yes.
kind of. Yeah, yeah, that's why it's called forward kinematics. I think maybe. And then you've got inverse kinematics, which works a bit differently. Which is basically you start with the end of the foot, which you want to move, and then you try to move it. But here, oh wait, hold on. So okay, you try to move it, and then it moves all of the rest accordingly so that it looks natural. That's what inverse kinematics is. But as you can probably notice, it
It's
doesn't move in a natural way. So that means that this model is forward kinematics only, and it's annoying because like see, remember when you asked like, oh, can I make it so that the food doesn't go through the ground? So like, it's gonna be so much harder to make the food not go through the ground. So like, let's say I wanted to move. Okay, so I do this, then I move this like that. Okay, and then I try to put the thing down, but then I gotta align this again, and then
everything
I need to
exactly.
make this,
Everything.
and each and every time you need to like do all of the things forward one by one. And then
Correct.
if you want to align it with the ground, let's say now I want to align it again with the ground. Hold on. So like I need to move this, but then I also need to move this, and then I need to move
Exactly.
this one. And
Correct.
if I'm like, oh, but it doesn't touch the ground actually, because hold on, it doesn't touch the ground actually because it's not aligned properly. So I try to move it again, but then oh fuck, my whole foot is misaligned. So I try to move
Correct.
this, I try to move this, and guess what? It's not aligned either. So like I need to tweak it more and more. And the
Correct.
beauty with inverse kinematics is that you can just like move your feet and align it with the ground. And
And
normally, if it's inverse kinematics, everything else has moved accordingly, and that's
nice,
perfect. So like if you want to
nice.
make a walk cycle, it's so much easier just to have like,
Y-
okay, I want the foot to go there. Like as humans do, if you want to put your foot somewhere, you just put it
Correct.
somewhere, and the rest moves accordingly, and that's what inverse
Right.
kinematics allows. So let me try to find a model which isn't too big that you can't download it. Um,
Is are
2020
we
guys.
now? Is that a part of the rigging process? The
Yeah,
inversing.
it's part of the rigging process. I did do it once on a model that didn't have it, like for some hair to
Mhm.
add physics to it, I think. But I totally forgot how to do it. But there are plenty of tutorials online too. Like it shouldn't be
Now
too hard.
I
It's
have
just
I have to I have to show you something. Okay,
yep.
I have a character that I paid someone to build for me.
Mm-hmm.
They built it for me. Then I paid a guy to rig it for me. He rigged it for me. But I cannot for the life of me work with that rigging. So maybe if I show you that character, you can help me with, how
Yeah,
to
go
move the guy around.
go ahead, go ahead.
All right, let me go to my Isadora. That is busy. Okay, sit down. Don't touch anything. Let's go to my let's go here. I'm gonna go to uh, animation. Mm, is it an IK? Hold on, no, it's not an IK. We'll go back to characters. No, I just created this last night. You sent me something, right?
I sent you a link to a model that you could download so that we can like test inverse kinematics on it in animation
Okay.
with a
Okay.
better rig than this model that you sent me. Cause yeah, this one is a pretty bad rig. It's like,
Yeah, it's terrible. You gotta do everything.
but yeah, this one. I mean, most of the rigs on most of the models on this site have pretty good rigs.
Open lab.
Yeah, Open 3D Lab. It's like you can see you can click on the title here and you'll see um a bunch of models basically from video games and stuff.
It
And
does say IK and FK, inverse schematics, forward schematics. It does tell you all that here. Where
yep.
is the download button?
Okay, so at the bottom you see like some green and yellow buttons. No, 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 those are the tags. Just follow along, and then okay, so it's kind of confusing, but it's basically you want the latest versions, like yeah, the Stormtrooper. Let me check your screen real quick. The Stormtrooper V3, so that's the one, and then you've got download, NL and CA. So like Europe and North America. I suppose since you're in America, you want the one on the right, the button on the right.
Is it green or
Yeah, the green one. It's like no, no, no. You don't want this one. No, no, no. Just go back. Because this one here was the Stormtrooper V2. Do you see on the left?
hang on. Okay, yeah, I see it.
Stormtrooper V2
Oh, we
dot
want
nine.
V3.
Yeah, you want the V3, the latest one. And basically, so like the golden buttons, you ignore them because that's basically for people who pay to have faster
Oh,
downloads. And then you want the North America because it's gonna be faster for you. Then you just wait and it's gonna download. And then let's hope the textures are included. Otherwise, I could tell you how to troubleshoot this. Download it too, actually.
nah. I'm sorry, man. I got my daughter on me. She's not bothering the crap out of me.
It's fine. It's fine. No problem.
No, no, don't touch that. No.
And by the way, because I see your name is Jean Louis.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that a French name?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm from Haiti.
Oh, because you said you had family over there. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I have family and friends. My uncle used to play for lots of French national. I mean, he didn't play for the national team, but he played for Lyon. He played for Nantes. He played for many of those teams. Hello?
Right. The model has finished opening on my side. Let
Yeah,
me
I think
see.
it's done on mine as well.
Okay. Well, then try to open it.
So Stormtrooper. Okay, let me go back to Blender. Delete this guy. Let's delete this guy here. And then, wait, no.
No, no. You can just leave it, and it'll open in a new window actually. If you double click the file.
Import or open?
Yeah. No. Just go where you downloaded the file, and it should be a .blend, and then you double click, and
Yeah,
it's just
just
gonna
double click
open it.
on there. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. We've got our little stormtrooper boy. Where's my screen share? Where did it go? Okay, so I see no textures. That's weird. Let me try to see. Oh, because it only had a blend file, and if the textures aren't back, that's gonna be an issue. Let me check Stormtrooper V1 .zip. That's probably where the textures are. So, okay, so I see you have it too, but it's purple. So, like, do you know what that means when something is purple in 3D programs?
No.
That means it can't find the textures, basically. It's like we
Oh,
tried to find the textures, but we didn't have any, and we know there's supposed to be something, so
but
we're
it's
just
not
gonna
there.
put it purple to say, hey, there's a problem here. Please look into it.
Okay.
So basically, we downloaded the file, but the file only has the mesh. So like the mesh, I don't know if you can see my screen.
I'm coming back to your screen now. Yeah.
It's like that thing you see. The polygons basically is what it is. So we only have this, but the textures, which are actually like putting the materials, like the visor, the whatever metal and stuff, they're not
Yep.
here. So what we want to find the textures. Where are they? Where are the textures? That's a good question. If you can go back to the download page where you downloaded the V3, what usually happens with these um, models that you find on this site is that they include the textures in the V1, when they release the model. And then if they
Uh-huh.
have to update the mesh, they won't put the textures again inside the download because it's super large usually. The
Oh,
textures take a lot of space.
okay, okay.
So
So how do we find it?
you go back to the download page and then you find you just download the V1 and then you'll find the textures in there.
Give me a second. I'm gonna give her my phone to play with so she can leave me alone.
Yep.
Here, go away. Go play. Leave me alone. All right, I'm back.
Yep. So yeah, just go on the site again, the
All right,
website that
hold
I
up.
sent you, and okay, go back one page, and then you see the V1 at the bottom. That's where the textures are. So like don't let take the American server. Yep. Wait, where is it V3 again? I think you're downloading the V3 again. That's not good.
It's downloading now.
Yeah, but I think it's the V3 once again.
V3. No, I downloaded this one. V1.
Oh no, okay, it's the V1. Yeah, oh, it's correct. That was weird. And then when it's finished downloading, you can unzip the file, and you'll see in there you've got the V1 mesh, which you don't want to use because we have the V3 now. But you're gonna find the textures which weren't included in the download of the V3, and then I'll
Okay,
show
what?
you how to link them again. So if
Okay,
you
no
ever
problem.
have any issues with any models on any site that you find that are purple because the textures aren't included, you could do the same steps and it will work.
Okay, so just pretty much find them and then include them, right?
Yep. And the Blender already knows which texture is supposed to go where, and if the files are named correctly, if you take the textures which are supposed to be there, you're just gonna have to click one button and it's gonna find everything automatically. So yeah. Yep. Unzip it.
Start all.
Go in. Okay, and do you see the textures folder? You can
Yeah.
browse it and see what's in there just to check. So yeah, you can see all the texture files, which kind of look weird here when you see it in 2D, but it's gonna make
Yeah.
sense later on. So just
Mm-hmm.
go back to Blender with our Stormtrooper model. Okay, so what you wanna do now is go to File, then you go to External Data, which is our textures basically, and then you go to Find Missing Files at the bottom. And then you just select the folder, the texture folder. So I can go into your downloads or something. And I'll find mine on my side. If it does want to stop lagging.
Let me see what that file is called here. That file name is Stormtrooper OWKDBO2.
In your download, you just take the file that, yeah, I think, yeah, I see it, I see it. It's organized alphabetically. Mine lagged, where is it? Okay, okay. All Chris projects, commissions, and where is it? Happening. Textures, it should be there. Oh no, Fiverr, okay, okay. I select the textures folder. Yeah, just double click on the textures folder and then click on find missing files at the bottom. And then, whoop, magic. Everything is good. Just click somewhere to dismiss this. And bam, here we go. Mine is still loading. It's weird how yours loads faster. It's probably because I'm recording. Probably because of that. So yeah, you can see
Good.
all the textures are loaded correctly. That's nice, nice looking model. And then we can start doing some animation and testing. The IK rig in the kinematics. So first off, one thing you're gonna notice is that the rig looks different. No,
I'm
don't look at
gonna
my screen.
follow through. I'm gonna follow on your screen.
Yeah, yeah, no. For now, I'm lagging. But like, just look at your screen. Look at the model on your Blender, because like mine is
Okay.
struggling for some reason. It's
All right.
gonna load, but it's gonna take some time. Just zoom into the model and take a look at the rig. Do you remember how the rig looked on the previous model
Yeah,
on
I
the little
remember.
elf?
Just bones and stuff.
Yeah, but
But
here
now we got
do you
those
see?
lines.
Yeah, it's there are multiple shapes. There are, and especially they're more easier to see through. So like instead of having like the big little pyramids in on front of the elf, here you can actually see
Correct.
what you're doing,
Correct.
which is better. And oftentimes, if you see a rig that looks more like this and that looks well more practical and more professional, it's probably better and also probably supports IK. So what you can try right now is click on the rig anywhere so that it's in orange, so that it's selected. Are you already in pose mode? Yeah, okay, you're already in pose mode because it was selected by default when you open the file. So what you can do is select the foot of the character.
Mhm.
No, at at the bottom. Like take the yeah, that thing, and then press on G and start moving your mouse. Whoop, that's weird. Are you in pose mode? Yes, you are. No, 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 no. My Blender is still lagging. Let me just restart Blender, cause we're not gonna get anywhere. Don't save. Where's Blender? Can I double click the file here somewhere? Stormtrooper.blend. I'm sorry, my Blender is
No
really
worries, brother. No
unresponsive right
worries.
now. But it's kind of weird that it doesn't work. Try moving something else, like whatever the cube in the middle in the pelvis area with G. Oh, super weird.
Maybe I need to select it here.
Yeah, expand that collection, the
Here.
Stormtrooper collection. Expand it with the little arrow. Expand rig and click on the Stormtrooper here. He's moved the huh.
That's weird.
It doesn't seem to be linked. Okay, I got it on my side. Let me try and do something. Oh yeah, okay, but I don't have the V3. Can I have the V3 again? V3, 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 V3. The first one I want the V3. Storm Trooper. Okay, I got it. Um, I'll put it here. Fiverr. Here. Open. Share my screen. Blender. Ooh, come on. It's loading. It takes way too much time. I'm gonna have a hard time troubleshooting the issue if I don't have access to Blender. What's taking up so much time?
How's your internet?
Okay. Well, I oh, the textures are found. Interesting. So if I try to move, okay, G.
Why did
Well,
it work
mine,
for you?
yeah, mine works. It's weird that it doesn't work for you. Um,
I noticed you have a wrench on top of the character.
yeah, you don't have it.
I didn't see a wrench on mine. Hang on, let me go back. Yeah, I don't have a wrench.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Because what I'm thinking is that it's probably one of the like preset rig. I don't know how to explain like a rig that is not attached to the model basically. But I don't know how you get rid of it or which one it is. Like this one, Stormtrooper rig. Okay. And if you press on air, does it work on R to rotate?
No, yeah, I clicked. Nothing happens. Hang on, let me go back. I see yours is working fine, but mine, like, I actually click and I press R, and you see what happens. The model does not
Okay,
move. It's
okay,
just
okay.
the
Let me try. Click Control Z. Let me try to troubleshoot it for you. How do you do that? If I click on. Oh, okay. Really quick. Can you so like select the rig wherever you want. Just no. Click on Stormtrooper. I mean, click somewhere on the Stormtrooper, somewhere on the rig in the viewboard. Just click on it.
Mhm.
No, on the rig, so that it turns blue. Then click on Control Tab.
Control Tab.
Yep. That way you get out of the pose mode. Then okay, you've got the rig selected, so that's good. Now you need to shift click on the Stormtrooper.
Shift click.
Okay, and then you need to go at the top left where it says Object Mode and change the mode to Weight Paint. And then let's just check. Control click on any of the parts and any of the rig parts and check if it's white painted. So like control click. Yeah, see that's weird because I've got the
That's
white
weird.
painting and you don't have it. So like I can see that if I move any of these bones, it's gonna move the red parts, but yours it doesn't have anything. So what I would suggest, because I don't know why this happened, is to just yeah, you see I see the white painting here, whereas you don't. So like I would just suggest like close the Blender program and just reopen the file. And just to make sure that it works, try to double click on the. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, yeah,
No,
because
it
you were
won't. It
clicking
won't.
on
It
the.
won't close. Hang on. It won't
Yeah, but
close.
then you need to click on the program and then click don't save because it's gonna ask you if you want to save or not. That's why.
Ah, you want me
Um.
to open? You want me to open version 3, correct?
Yep. Yep.
All right, I gotta go back out. Give me a second for the species
Check
downloads
this real quick.
and this
Go back to
loading through this here.
object. There. Control G. Oh, it seems like inverse criminal access to me. That's nice.
All right, I'm back. It's loaded. It's
Yeah, and
loading,
try
but
to again click on one of the food or something and try to move it with G. Super weird. Oh well. I guess you can look at my screen for now. Maybe something happened with the download. I'm not sure, because we should have downloaded the same file. But basically, inverse kinematics. I press on G, I move it, and wow, everything moves,
exactly.
and that's cool and good because that's what we want. So like here, you can see both feet move.
Correct.
If you want to disable that, there's the little butterfly here, whatever. You just click on the X here, disable it, and bam, you can move individually. So one of the cool things, again, as I've said, if you want to make a walk cycle or something, and you're like, okay, now the feet goes back to the ground, just put it back on the ground, and there we go. Easy. That's cool. So let me just guide you through the basically the this rig and how it works. So you've got first off this big thing on the ground.
Mhm.
It's basically to move the whole thing around. So it's easier to use this rather than try to move the whole thing separately with the different everything, like rather than select everything. How do you select everything? Yeah, rather than move everything, you don't want to do that. You just want to move this one, because then you can, for example, if you want to make a walk cycle, you just make this thing move over time, and then animate the foot like, wait, hold on. Yeah, then animate the foot like moving like this,
Mhm.
but you can do it separately. So like, for example, you first off you make the animation of someone walking in place like this, chaka
Correct.
chaka chaka chaka, and once you've done that, you just move this thing along, and bam, you've got your walk cycle. And if you want to change the speed, then you can just make this go faster and make everything move, like the keyframes make them tighter, so it's much easier to have this separate. You might wonder what these little dots in front of the articulations are here.
Mhm.
So that is actually pointers for the knees and what's it called, the knee of the arm, elbow, yeah.
Elbow. Mhm.
So basically, if I put it on the side, you can see he opens his legs kind of. So like, for example, if I put him like this, and I try to move the fit like this so that he does whatever it's called when you open, whatever cheerleader move,
Click.
whatever it is. Um, and then you actually want these things to point outwards because it looks better. It looks more
Correct.
natural. That's how it works.
What
So
if
then
you
you
want
can
him to
you can
squat
move them.
now? What if let's make him squat, like bend, come down, but only from his waist.
Yeah. So if you want to make him squat, you can take the cube here
Hmm.
and just drag it down. And you're gonna notice, so like this cube is amazing because like it basically moves everything correctly all the time. So you want to make him squat, you want to make him sit, bam, easy. You want to make him squat, bam, easy. Like super easy. This cube is a godsend. And then you've got other things here.
And how do
Like,
you do that? You just you just grab it and move it around.
yeah, you just grab it. It's honestly super easy. Like that's the point of this cube. It's like you just place it where you want, and he sits his ass where you want it to.
All right, all right.
And then
Nice.
you can be like move the spine a bit. So like you've got multiple levels of the spine. What I would suggest is like reading a bit on anatomy and seeing which bit of the spine moves more. Because like, for example, this one is more so for rotation on this axis, whereas this one is more like frontal bending. So like, for example, I want to make him squat like this. I want to like let's say let's make him make a better. I want to make a cool gangster pose. It's like he puts his hand up. Let me, okay, deactivate this, put the hand. So also another trick that you may want to know. See how if I try to rotate, it just rotates along the axis of the screen. But if I
Correct.
want to rotate along the other axis, I just click on R and click on R again. And then I move it like as if it were a trackball. So like for
Okay.
example,
R.
up, it's much easier. And then if I want to make it wave, I can click on R a single time again. So I do like this. Um, boom. And then okay, so like the knees, I don't want them to be that. I want them to be more like this. And then do I have any fingers? Okay, so like I don't see the fingers here, and I want to control the. Oh, never mind. I see the. No, that was not a finger.
Yeah, they're not
So the
there.
fingers are on another layer of the rig, and so layers you can find them here in this tab here where you see the little dude.
Mhm.
You find the armature and the layers here, and so like here we have these three activated in blue. So like let's see what they correspond to. The first one is well kind of everything. Second one is this wrench here,
The range.
and this one, the last one, is for the elbows and stuff like that. So the fingers are some. Oh wait, what did I do? Oh, okay. Let's find the fingers. Do we have any fingers here? We
Yeah, there you
do.
go.
We only have the. Oh no, we have all of the bits of the fingers. That's cool. So what I would do here, I want the fingers in addition to what I had before. So I just select the fingers and select with shift click everything else I had before, and then bam, I've got everything plus the finger. Okay, that's cool. So let's say I want him to do a little peace sign. So here's a thing. You can struggle to put them all one by one, move them all,
How do you select two together?
But you just you just gotta
Or
be
you just
precise, align the camera correctly, and then you select the ones you want. Or you can like for example, how I missed a finger. I want to add this finger. Shift click, bam, it's done.
okay. Makes sense.
So as I said, you can just like struggle to do every single finger at, like one by one, but that's boring. We don't want to do that. So
That is
here's
very
a little
boring.
trick for you. What you can do is well, first off, select all of the bones of the hand. Let me find. Wait, no, like this. Which one do I miss? I miss this one, this one, this one, here, here. Anything else? Nope, that's all.
The
And so what
you
I
missed
do
it
now is see if I try to rotate them, it only rotates all of
up
them
and down.
like this.
Mhm.
If we wanna close the hand, here's a thing you can do. At the top here, do you see this transform pivot point?
Yeah.
So like we're gonna click on it and select the type of pivot point we want. So what we want to choose now is the individual origins. And what this does is, as you can see, every object here, it has its own little dot, its own center. So like if I try to rotate stuff now, everything is gonna rotate around itself. So that looks like this.
Nice. Wow.
And that's exactly what we want. So we close two fingers. Now what I wanna do is just select the two other fingers and open them again. Up, up, last one. Where is it? Here. Okay, and then open these two. Okay, and then fix some of the stuff here. Okay, open these two like that, and then maybe close this one. Okay, then maybe move the
Oops.
hand like this, and then okay, we're gonna do the gangster pose. So like he needs, I mean the whatever Russian vodka. I don't know the memes. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna put his elbow here. Just put this like that. Then double click on R to move it the way we want. And see the how the elbow doesn't go where I want it to go? That's because I need to select the elbow placer thing and just move it somewhere where it works. Okay, here. And now take the hand again. Bam. And that's it. And then you got the gun here. I don't know. Can I hide it just to have?
Yes, at the bottom says weapon.
Yeah, weapon.
This one,
Okay.
uh-huh.
Bam.
Hide that.
And there we go. We've got our gangster stormtrooper. Isn't that cool?
Very cool, man. Very.
That's nice.
I don't know if you can help me figure out why mine is not working. I mean,
Yeah.
this takes practice because the more you use it, the more you know.
Yep. Yep.
But it takes practice. So I don't know if you can try and help me figure out why the heck mine is
Yeah.
not
Go ahead
working.
and start up yours so that I can see what's going on. Oh, and as you
Okay.
can see, okay, so like you can see how like the rig doesn't really work perfectly here. As you can see, like something don't bend correctly. I mean, I guess it's plastic. It's not supposed to bend that way. I mean, stormtroopers aren't really supposed to squat like this. But yeah, those are some things that are gonna like some models are better than others in terms of how they bend. Yeah, I guess the
Right.
stormtroopers really aren't supposed to bend like this because like as you can
The
see
unif
here,
Yeah, the
it's
big
like you've got
uniform.
an opening. So like that's probably normal. And then we can maybe adjust the foot so it looks better. Just fire up your
Yeah, the
model.
suit is probably. I'm guessing it's just the way they had the suit. Whoever built the suit built it that way.
Yep. Can you fire your model or like maybe even send it to me over on Fiverr?
Okay, let me find it for you and send it on Fiverr.
Oh, okay. Add camera. Move the camera on the Z-axis.
Were you born in France?
Yeah.
Okay, I've always wanted to come, but it's 9 hours away, man. I don't like planes like that.
Just put it
I
nice
sent
and
I sent
clean.
it to you.
Okay. Let me check. Let me check on. Ooh, that's nice. On tabs, Fiverr. Okay. Wait, no, what's that? No, you sent me the Stormtrooper file.
Yes. What do you want me to send?
And the model you want me to take a look at and help you fix.
No, no, no. That's what I want. That's what I need help with because mine is my stormtrooper is not
Oh,
moving like yours.
yeah. Check. But like at the beginning, you said that you ordered someone to make you a model and you didn't know how to tell.
Yes, I mean it's the same as this. Like if we can make this work, mine will work because it has this big thing at the bottom here. It has everything that this one has. It's just like you see if I click grab here, see what I'm saying? That's exactly what mine does as well. It does not move.
That's weird. And I'm probably sure that yeah, it works on my side. That's super weird. Maybe hmm 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 hmm. Uh, that's probably a problem with your installation of Blender, honestly, or like your settings, the way you configured them, or honestly, I don't really know. What I would suggest is just like uninstall Blender, or like try to update it. What could be an issue also is like if the model was made in a more recent version of Blender,
Mhm.
it could have incompatibilities, and that might be why. Maybe you have an older version and like they have a newer one. Like you can actually see this by going at the top in the bar here. Yeah, at the top bar, and then you see the Blender logo next to the file button.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah, click on it and then click on splash screen. Okay, so you've got the 2.93 and I've got the 3.12. I mean,
So I need to update
293.83.
mine.
So like you're a few versions behind. So I would suggest that you go on the site and you update Blender and maybe check with the model again and see if
Is
it
there a
works.
way to is there a way to check for update on this thing?
No, no, you gotta go on the website. That's how you do it.
And
Or like what you could do, I guess, is install it from Steam, because do you know Steam for to install
no.
games? You don't have Steam?
Mm-mm.
Well, then just download it from the site. It's easier then. But like if you play games and stuff and you have Steam, a lot of art programs are actually on there, and you can download them and have auto updates, which is kind of cool. But yeah, just it's not too hard. No, just type Blender and you'll find it. Blender.org. Yep.
Which one do you have? 2.3.2?
Let me check again. I think it's the 3.1, but if you have 3.2, yeah, take this one. The latest one is always good. And then you install it and update.
And I don't need to delete the old one. It'll overwrite everything, right?
Okay, so Blender, I think I don't remember which program does this, but I think it's Blender. When you install a new version, it actually installs the new version and it doesn't touch the old one. So like you can actually have two versions of Blender installed at once, and it you can like fire every like you can fire them one after the other whenever you want. So like the settings don't necessarily carry over. Like you can import them from another version. It's kind of weird because like y- Blender is used by big professional studios. Maybe they make a whole movie in it.
Yeah,
Usually
that's weird.
they use other software, but some use Blender. So like the thing is, when you make a movie, you don't want an update to come in and mess everything up. You want to stick with an update. So that's why it
Sure.
does this.
All right, I'm just going to
Wait, wait,
remove it
wait. Did you
and
delete it?
sort of.
You
Yeah,
you pro you probably should have kept it. That because when you install the new one, it's gonna ask you, do you want to carry the settings over, and then you click yes or whatever, and then
but
you can
yeah, but
install the other one.
but what if the problem was in the settings, so now I'm gonna bring the issue over.
Probably yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's best to just start fresh because it makes no sense why this thing is not moving.
But just like next time, whenever like you want to do another update, think about it. Like carry your settings over before.
No, of course, of course. But at this point, I don't know when the thing got messed up, so I had to actually start fresh. I'm thinking next install. Hey, what time? What time? What time? When are we? When the two? When is the 2 hours up?
It really doesn't matter. We're not like super professional or anything. It's like casual.
All right.
Just check the agenda. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We got like
So my goal is to work on this one character, right?
uh-huh.
Is going to be sitting like in an audience or in like a showroom, and it's just gonna be talk. He's gonna be explain like he's gonna be telling jokes, but he's not the one telling the jokes. They're going to be jokes from like scary jokes from like back from my country, like, and then as he's explaining the jokes, I'm going to animate the things happening. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What the heck is been there? I just downloaded it. It didn't start on its own. All right.
Ooh, that's a
3.2
nice new render.
English.
Okay, so the setting, yeah, okay. I think the settings are good by default anyways. Um you know about the trick of deleting the default cube?
Yeah. File. Okay, I'm just gonna double click on the Blender here. See if it
And
opens the correct one.
I mean, I know everyone deletes the default cube, but I never knew like they're always like, yeah, delete the default cube and add a better one. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's just a joke or if it's actually serious and the default one has like issues.
Yes, it's the same. I heard it. I just don't know why, but it's always been told that it's a good practice to remove it.
Probably because UV maps actually. For security reason, no, no, no. Click on yes to scripts. It's like it's basically you
Yeah,
can
I already
allow.
said allow.
Yeah, just click allow. It's
See,
basically
I got. You see that? You see, I have the range now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's basically the script is the wrench. And it's like okay, so let me just check what the wrench does here. It's probably like to change like how the suit glows or stuff like that.
Uh,
Um, can you try moving it now? Does it work?
1 second. Just bringing the things over.
Yep. The yeah, you can change the gloss.
Where is that thing? Do you
Check
see Stormtrooper? There you go.
cycles, GPU supported. Oop, not EV. Cycles again. Pretty fast. Oh, nice. Is it? Oh, it's working. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Give me a second, okay?
Yep.
1 second, please.
References. Okay, it's using everything. That's nice. Optics. Let's change the glow. Let's change the gloss. Yeah,
All right. You know what? I think now maybe my model will work.
maybe what will work?
My model, the one I told you would not work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we'll
Let me,
go and
let
try it
me,
now so that we can
let me,
check.
let, exactly. So let me go find it and see if we can get it to work. Here, baby. You want Netflix? Let me get Netflix for you. Don't cry. Wait for Netflix. Here. You try. Try. What the heck? Where's my internet? Oh, that's what happened. Here, little girl. Go play. Dad is busy. Ah, sit down. Sit down. Wait for it. It's coming. There you go. All right. Let's find it, okay? I think the best thing for me to do is to go back to Fiverr and find where the guy sent it to me. Give me a moment.
Yep.
You there? Are you with me?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me look for it. Give me a second, please. View all orders. Completed. Completed and we completed. We're
That's
gonna
a
go
lot of
there.
orders down.
Yeah, I use Blender a lot. I mean, I'm a software engineer. I do a lot of stuff. I work with a lot of guys.
And
Do
you're
you?
also like selling stuff on Fiverr?
Mm, no, I used to, but not anymore.
Okay.
I just hire guys to work with me when I'm do you do programming?
Not that much. I have the basics. I've done some basic drafts, but I've never done anything.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a software programmer, like I do a lot of stuff. So sometimes I hire guys to work with me, and when I have clients, I also hire other people to help me with clients because you cannot do everything by yourself. Okay, November 2021. Okay, that was 8 months ago, so we just have to keep looking for it.
Is there no
There
search
it is.
bar? Okay.
I found it. So this guy created it for me. Okay, where's the one that some guy created it and the other guy rigged it. So French female voiceover, no, right? Short articles, 3D character modeling, texting, rigging.
Yeah, isn't the rig your 3D character?
But I don't think that's the guy that did it because I think the last guy was the one that finally did it correctly. I will rig your 3D character. Okay, let me see. Let's go to delivery. Yeah, I think you're the one that did it. Yeah. Yeah, they sent me a damn raw file. I don't like when they send raw files because I have Windows and it's a pain in the butt to undo these things. Let's
Uh,
go.
but don't you
Showing
have like
folder.
7-zip?
Yeah, I should. I downloaded it,
Yeah, okay.
but it used to be tough before. Extract here. Let's extract files. Now, you know what? Let me go back. I'm gonna say extract here instead.
Not extract here, it's extract under folder or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because like here it's gonna be all. Yeah, it's gonna be lost. What do we suggest? Just right click again, go 7-zip,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do extract to rig character slash. Like the name of the folder, and then you click additional. Yeah, whatever. Click yes, and then here it is. Yep, and it's easier to find because instead of because you see all of these files, they were gonna be all spread out across your folder, which you don't want because then they're gonna be lost in there. But
Mm-hmm.
here, if you do extract to rigged characters slash, it's gonna put them all in this folder, and it's gonna be so much easier to find and not weird files randomly spread out in your downloads.
All right, all right. No
So yeah,
problem.
now you
So
can just double
for
click.
something like this, right?
Yep.
For something like this, how would I go about letting Blender know that, hey, I want those, or does it go automatically? Like, how do I tell Blender, hey, this is a part, hang on, this is a part of the model and I want to use it. So double click here, correct?
Yeah, to open the file. Normally everything should be good.
And they should be uploaded by themselves. Let's see.
Like yeah, because when he sent you the files on his computer, the file the textures were in the same folder, and Blender knew that the textures needed to be applied to this mesh to this file, which was all in the same folder. So now you have all the files in your computer, and Blender is gonna know again, because in the file it says, okay, in that same folder you're gonna have the textures, everything is gonna be here, and it just needs to load. Usually, if you see it white, it means that it's loading. If you see it purple, it means that it didn't find anything. So here, it should still be loading.
Okay. Still
Like
loading.
it's, yep, probably very high resolution. Okay, it didn't find anything. Well, then you can do the trick. File, then external data, and find missing files. And then you select the same folder.
I think it was right where it's supposed to be before. No.
Download.
Man, there you are.
Yeah, okay. And then bam, here we go. And yeah, try to move it and see if it works. No, you need to, yeah, exactly. And then control tab to switch to pose mode. Exactly. And you can even see that they're colored differently. Yeah. And you see how the hands also move correctly? They stay in place. What's the, oh, the beard isn't attached. That's weird.
Yeah, the beard is gone.
Let's try to fix it. Okay, don't try to align it again. Just click again on the rig and try to move it so that the beard isn't aligned.
Okay.
Control tab again. Yep. Just move it so that it's not aligned. Okay, good, good. Now, click on the mouse so that it confirms. Uh, Click again on Control Tab to get out of pose mode. Okay, and now let me just full screen. Remove this. Okay, so we wanna set it to be attached to our model. Click on the beard. Go to I think the wrench on the right on the properties panel. Yeah, down on the properties panel at the bottom. Yep, that thing, and you see exactly the wrench. So that's yeah. Click on add modifier, and then you select. Let me think. Let me think. Skin solidify. Armature. Click on armature. The third row. Yep. And then you click on yeah. Okay, so you see the object line. Click on the eyedropper tool drop. How's it called? What's that? Eyedropper. Yeah. Click on it, and then select the on the viewport. You click on your character's face. No, no, that's the ring. Click on its face.
It's like here.
Zoom in, because you don't see anything here. Just zoom. Yeah. Um. Wait, he has a beard already. What?
Yeah,
Oh, hold on. Is that the particle settings?
I have no idea,
Click on the
motherfucker.
beard again, just to see.
It won't let me click now.
Okay, hold on.
When I click on the top beard, the one at the bottom highlights.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go back to the armature modifier and just click on the X to remove.
Here, this one.
Yep. Okay, interesting. So it did work somehow. Multimode preserve volume armature, but you okay. 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 Try to again the eyedropper and click it and assign it to the rig. Yep. And then assign it to the rig again. Click on the rig in the viewport.
Which,
In the
which
viewport.
here?
Yeah, click on the
Click
rig. Object rig. Yep.
on the face.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
the
Rig.
face.
No, here it says rig. It's okay. Just click.
Okay.
And so here, okay. And then go back to the armature modifier and try to click on the little triangle, inverted triangle. Yep.
Which one? This one?
No, no, the one at the on the left. Yeah, this one. Did it fix it? No. Okay, try to cancel it and then click on the one to the right of it. Still nothing. Maybe I can hide it. Try to click on the. Wait. I I guess that's an issue. Maybe you could. I don't know. Yeah, you probably can't contact them again. Unless like maybe you send me the file and I could try to troubleshoot it. But yeah.
All right. I'll probably just send it to you. Rose mode. Let me grab again and see. Yeah, now it moves with this beard, but it's still got that other beard left there.
Yeah, what you could do, just a quick test. Click on the beard and try to press H. Yeah, no. Here you're in pose mode. You need to get out of pose mode with Control Tab. No, no, here you just press on Tab. Press on Tab again, and now press on Control Tab. Yeah, okay. Now there you go. Click on the beard and then click on H. Yeah, well, but it hides both. That's not cool.
It hides everything.
Yeah, just send it to me and I'll see.
All right, cool. Let me know when you want to stop, okay?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've got time. I'm not rushed for time. I guess yeah, we can still go 1 hour. Yeah, no, not in the chat. Try to go on the order page because it allows for bigger files. Go into your orders. then you can send it here. Try to send the RAR file.
Yeah,
And can you see my screen?
not yet. Yeah, I see it now.
Do you remember the wrench here? It has like some properties here on the side, and you can
Which range?
the wrench here at the top.
That one, okay.
Yeah, so like it changes some properties of the model. So here's the gloss, which is the main one, which we want to take a look at. The two other ones, the left arm IK, the inverse kinematics, we don't want to touch them because we like the inverse kinematics.
Okay.
So basically the gloss. Let me just wrench again up. Let me edit the gloss so that you can see how it changes. It's like here, in here, and some good, well-made models have some of these options for you to edit. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
There you go. And let me try to fire a render. So if I click on 0 on my numpad, then I'm in the camera view. As you can see, here's my camera.
Hmm.
Wait, okay. Now, camera here. Click on 0, I have it. Now I can go to my render settings here. My camera is perspective, okay. In field of view 36, that's fine. We go into viewport display. No, okay, let's go into the output settings and then change the resolution to higher. Okay. And then we can put it closer. How do you, okay, F, go close. Actually, maybe I wanna, oops. Maybe I want to just scale it down. No, that doesn't work. Okay, then move forward. That works too. Okay. Maybe move it like this. Do I do I have a button to, oops. Kind of struggling to remember my shortcuts. Oh yeah, it's the side mouse button. Then I align it correctly. And here we go. And then what I can do is up, go to, I'll go to shared workers, projects, commissions, Fiverr, here, whatever, accept, go to render and render image. So like F12, I can just click F12 on my keyboard, hop, and here we go, render, and you should see the result in a few seconds when it finishes rendering. If it does, maybe. It says it's the, oh, because I don't have any lighting. Do I have any lighting? I don't know. F12 again. Oh, weird. It's all black. Well,
What are you trying to do?
just render an image of the scene. I'm saving as PNG, as RGBA, color depth 8. Okay, maybe just RGB. Image sequence overwrite placeholders. I don't care. Post processing. Okay. Output. Okay. Can I get to the folder just to
You want to
see?
change the end time from 250 so it's not that long? One, one to 250. Yeah, you want to
You
change
know,
that.
it doesn't change anything because it's not an animation I'm trying to render. It's just an
Ah,
image, one frame.
okay.
Um, so 5. Okay, let me check because it didn't actually. Okay, can I put it to TMP again? Just TMP. You don't see this. TMP here. Accept. Do you have anything in here that I wouldn't want to overwrite? Maybe. C. TMP. Nothing in there. Cool. F12. Let's see if that works in that directory. Doesn't render anything. I don't know. Ooh. Nope. I don't. I have no idea. Anyways, let me just check your model now. Wait, no, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, okay. Is the file sent on your end? Because I don't see it.
Let me check. Hang on.
Oh yeah, okay. Character here. Boom. Bam. Whoopity bitty boo bam boom. I could change the view, change windows, Blender. Which one? Hmm? This one. Okay, go live. Model is loading. Let me check the beard status. Moving this. Beard doesn't align. Okay, good. I mean, not good. File, external data, find missing files, to retard to find missing files. Okay, that's good. Then, this is, what is it? If I select it, no, I need to get out here. Okay, old man, that's a particle thing. Hmm. No, I have no idea. Here, add modifier particles and oh, okay. I know what the problem was. So armature, take that, assign it to the rig, but then I need to move it up, right? Move to first. Oh yeah, okay. So let me explain to you why it didn't work on your side. It's really easy to understand actually, and it's just like since I have it under my hands and I can play around with it, it just makes more sense. So here's the thing: if I disable that thing, actually I'll disable this too. So the you've got this beard here. It doesn't really look like a beard, right? It looks like a sort of flat thing.
Uh huh.
Um, so the thing to make it look like a beard, what you want to do is add particles. So like add hair to it. Do you see the hair now?
Uh huh.
That's a
Okay. Nice.
particle. You can go into particle tab here
How,
and
how
just
did
change.
how did you do that?
Okay, so it's in the person that made your model actually did this already. So like
Okay.
they already put the particle settings. They put particles which are hair, and so if I go to the particle tab here, we can see hair, and I can go and change the settings of the hair, like change what he did. For example, whatever hair shape, diameter, emission. Yeah, I can change the number of hairs. For example, I can reduce the number of hairs. I can increase it. I can like
It
change
looks like
the
Golem.
length.
Golem. Lord of the Rings. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. So yeah, do you see? Yeah, the settings. So like basically, if you go to the particle tab, you can edit the particle settings.
Uh
You
huh.
can edit the options. So as I said, you can add more hair, remove some. You can change the
Okay.
length of the hair and do all that funky stuff. Um, and also you can add hair dynamics, which is basically the I think it is the animation. It's basically the physics of the hair moving down when you animate it. We don't
Yes.
want that for now because it's gonna take too much resources. But basically, here's the thing: when you go to the modify tab, so like the particles are a modifier in themselves. Because like if I move this, it's gonna put the hairs on top of my model. It's gonna modify my model to add hair to it. The thing that we did before was add the armature. So like here, if I add the armature, here's what happens. It puts the beard on our model, which is good. But the thing is that the armature modifier is below the particle settings. So it puts the model after it has generated the hair in the location where it was. So
Okay.
that's the thing. So like first off, our beard mesh is here. Then you create hair at its location, and then you move the beard here. That's why it didn't work. So what you need to do actually is to invert these. So like I take the armature modifier and I move it to first, and then what happens now is that it moves the beard to the face, and then it creates the hair. So that's how we fix it.
I did not get that.
Does it make sense?
Not at all. I mean, yes, it does, but I did not get the steps. Let me
Um,
do it. Let me do it on mine, and you just
yeah, yeah,
show
do
me.
it.
All right.
It's pretty easy actually.
That's
So
really
yeah,
easy.
click on Control Z. No, no, don't delete anything. Just click Control Z until the beard appears again. Okay, we've got the beard. Click on Control Shift Z to redo something. Does it work? Control Shift Z. Yeah, okay. So like that's the redo button. So like you can undo and redo. And usually if you do Control Z too many times, you want to do a Control Shift Z and it just redoes what you did.
All
So
right.
here's the thing. Go to the Okay, first off, go out of pose mode. So like click on Control Tab, select the beard. Yep. Okay, that's good. Go to the modifier. Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it here. Mm-hmm. You should have a modifier. Try to click on it again. Okay, now you got it. Okay, okay. Do you see the two modifiers here? Particle settings and armature.
Where
Just
we
click
at?
on the little monitor on both of them.
Here.
Yeah, on the right, the little monitor. The monitor, not the camera. Yep. And click on the second one too. Okay, so here's what happens. Do you see the beard on your screen now?
Yeah.
See where it is? So like now, so just that you understand. You see the particle
No.
settings modifier,
No.
in the modifier section on the right. Okay, so
Right here.
particle settings, just turn it on again.
The monitor.
Yeah. So as you can see now on the viewport, it added hair where the model was, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And now just turn it off again. Okay, and now click on the armature button. I mean, like, turn on the armature basically, the armature modifier. Just click on the monitor for it. No, disable the particle settings first. Okay, and so if you toggle the armature back and on again, you can see. No, no, not the particle settings, the armature. Yeah, so like you can see as you turn it on and off, what the armature does is that it basically clips the beard on the person's face. So
Right.
that's what this does. But the thing is that it has an order. You know what I mean? It's like you put something in front of the other and it doesn't do it in the same at the same time. So like if you turn off both for now, okay, and then you go to particle settings and you turn it on. So here's what it does. First off, it creates the beard where the mesh was. Okay,
Hmm.
it creates the hairs, and then if you click on the armature, turn it on, and then it moves the mesh on the face. But see, that's the problem. We did it in the wrong order because it created the hair where the mesh was, and then it moved the mesh. But we
Right.
want to do the inverse. You see what I mean? So like turn
Stop.
both
Hang
off
on.
again.
Hang hang on. Stop touching. Stop touching.
Turn both off again, the modifiers. And now click on the little arrow next to the armature modifier. No, on the right, on the right. Yeah, this one. And then click on move to first. Exactly. And now try to turn both on again from the top. So like armature. So like first you move the beard, and then you add hair where the beard is now.
Okay, so that's why the face now has all the hair.
Exactly. Because back then it tried to add the hair to where the beard was before, which
Okay,
is
okay.
obviously not what we want.
Okay. Now I can just
And now
save
it
this
should
just to
work
make sure it's
correctly at all
saved.
times. Okay, and okay, so try to click on the rig just really quick.
Click where?
On the rig to
Rig?
select it. No, just click on the viewport on the rig. And now click on Control Tab to go into pose mode. And so like let's say okay, you see how you made this weird pose and you just want to reset it.
Yeah,
So what you did is that you moved it with the G button, right?
correct.
So like now just click on A to select everything. Okay, so now everything is selected and you want to cancel the movement that you did with the G button. So what you want to do is click on Alt G.
Alt G.
Yep. And then bam, you cancel everything that you move with the G button. And same thing,
Okay.
if you rotate your model with the R button, you just click on
Alt
Alt
R.
R and every rotation is going to be reset. And same for scaling with the S button, Alt S, everything is going to be reset.
All right, no problem. Now let's hang on a second. Let's go to this here. Tabs. We gonna I'm gonna do one thing, okay? I'm just gonna slightly grab this, bring it down a little bit. No, bring it down a little bit. It doesn't matter.
And by the way, if it's lagging, just switch it to solid view because it's faster, as we said.
What did you say?
If it's lagging for you, just you can just switch it back to solid view.
No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. I just now to move the hands. Now, where do I click? Here?
Okay, so usually the hands, I don't know if you can see my screen. Am I sharing the correct one even? Should be the correct
Yeah,
one.
I'm looking at your screen.
Okay, so usually it's the thing. Okay, let me switch to. Okay, so there's a bunch of mess here. It's the one that surrounds the hand. That's like this, a sort of weird cylinder square stuff.
Oh, so
That's the
so
one you
that's
want to
the
move.
one that moves the whole hand.
Yeah.
I don't think I see that on mine.
Um. No, no,
Yeah, I
it
see
should
it.
be
I
there.
have it. I
Yeah.
have it.
The
Okay.
thing is that yeah, you didn't see it because there's a bunch of stuff in here that you don't really care about. So do you see that sort of weird green skeleton here?
On your screen?
Yeah, and on yours
Yes.
too.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember on our little elf dude guy, how we had like these pyramids?
Correct.
That's basically those, the pyramids, the forward kinematic pyramids, the ones that are bad
Ah,
and that move bad. And actually, if you want, I can just put it back. So if I do viewport display here, display as wire, I can just go back to display as, hold on, display as texture, no, display as solid, no, custom property. Interesting visibility. I mean, I think because they're using a special object or whatever, but I should be able to put it back to a pyramid, but apparently here right now I cannot. But basically it's those pyramids, and we don't want them. So what we can do, if we want to hide all that junk, It's just okay. So select our rig, and once you select the rig, you should see the options here. Okay, so just let me tell you here in the properties panel, which we are in, that thing, we've got a lot of tabs, interesting tabs here that allow us to do cool stuff. The thing though with these tabs is that they change depending on what you select.
Okay.
So you want to select the correct thing every time. So for example, here we want to change settings with the rig. So we want to have the little dancing dude in green. So to
Correct.
have that, you need to select the rig. And now, bam, we selected the rig, and here it is. And so do you remember the layers here?
Correct.
We've got too many. We don't want so many. Oh, hold on. Okay. Um, so what we want to do is like check which ones activate what. So we know, first off, you just remember which ones you had activated. So like all of them except these three. So what's in there? It's the face
Basically.
controls.
Mhm.
Okay. Here we've got more face controls. We don't really need those because we've got the basic ones. It's sufficient. Or even more face controls. No, thank you. That's the basic torso controls that we want. Okay. What's in there? Okay. That we don't want. That thing is in green, I think. It's in blue, whatever. It's basically the same like the pyramid controls from the elf. It's the forward kinematics. You can
Okay.
notice that something is forward kinematics because it has like these in between. So like it has this thing, but it also has that thing in here. Let me check
Okay.
actually. Yeah, see how it moves? That's not good. That's forward kinematics. And so usually if you see some steps and some in between steps, that's probably a forward kinematic thing. Whereas here, you've got only the essential bits. You don't have like in between for every step of the way. Here we've got the fingers and also the little side things. Because when you compress your hand, you can try it on your hand. Like if you expand your palm, you see that the back of your hand, like the far side of your hand, just moves or compresses, and so that's what these two things are here for. Or like whenever you close your hand, like try to close only the far fingers from your hand, like the your pinky finger and the other one, and you're gonna see how it moves down, but the rest of the hand stays up. So that's what it's for. Anyways, let's see what we have. We have the individual fingers, which we also want. We have the hands, good. We have the leg, the other leg. I assume no, that's the forward kinematic one. We don't want it, and that's also forward kinematic. We don't want it either. Wait, hold on. Is it? Yes, it is. And then on the other side, we've probably got the same thing, but for the other side, so like the hands and stuff. No, that's forward kinematic. That's forward kinematic. That is good. That is forward kinematic. That is also forward kinematic. What is that? That's the leg. That's good. What is this? This is forward kinematic. We don't want it. This is also forward kinematic. This is the moving. And here we go. We got everything. That's nice. And now the model should be much easier to see. And
Control.
whoa, wait the face here. Okay, that's better. Now the model is much easier to look at and edit. And obviously, like the fingers. Okay, so like here the fingers, that's technically uh forward kinematic, but we actually want that for the fingers because like we don't care. The fingers move with the hand anyways, So like it's easier to so like that's in wait hold on that's inverse kinematic finger. You move the end and everything else moves, but for fingers forward kinematic is also good. Or- yeah, anyways, I guess that's it. Did I want to say anything else about this? About we got the beard fixed, we got the hands that you can move, we got the layers figured out. Is there anything else?
No, no, not at all.
No. Do the eyes move? Yep, they move.
Yeah, they move.
You can move each individual eye too.
And for the mouth,
For the mouth here. Okay, so like what you can do, I think, is just open the mouth with it. Okay, so one thing you don't want to do is press on G to move this like that, because the jaw doesn't move down like this. That's
no.
weird. What it does is that you click on. Okay, so first off, what you want to do usually is go on the side view, and then click on R, and then move it like this, because that's how
Oh,
a
okay.
jaw moves.
Okay.
And then see, it's much better. And why do we want to go on the side? Because if you click on the R here, it does this, and that's not good.
He has no
And
teeth.
well, he's old, right?
Not that
Um,
old. At least let's put a couple teeth in his mouth.
I mean, I
Jesus.
think I see some here. It's like really. I guess if you go in this view, let's see. Why is it like this? Can I go back to render EV cycles? Whoa, that's weird. Okay, this model is definitely not made for cycles. Oh, hold on, GPU. Nope, doesn't work. EV. It's kind of broken. That's weird. Well, that's outside of this
Yeah. Yeah.
of the
Right.
realm of this tutorial. Anyways, tutorial like session, whatever.
No,
Uh,
it's totally fine, man. Totally fine. I just
um, but yeah, I guess. Do you have any additional? We've got we've done some posing. So like yeah, basically. Oh, okay. I have some additional tips which I need to share with you because it's gonna save you some time probably.
uh
Um, I'd rather keep this render though. Let me open. Where's my screen? Let me open real quick. Your character again. Actually, that's gonna be easier. So do you know how people who animate for like cartoons or stuff like this? Usually they
mhm.
do a sort of basic rough animation just to get the idea down of the timing when things will happen, when each character will talk, you know. It's basically like a really choppy slideshow, like one drawing per 3 seconds, something like that. And it's just to get the timing of things down.
Okay.
So that helps with animation a lot. And what you want to do is like, I mean, it would be practical to be able to do that in Blender, and you can actually do that. Here's one small issue though. Um, okay, first off, let's just external find missing files, find missing files. Okay, whatever. We don't care about the beard for now. We've got the thing. I wanna hide stuff again. Oh my god, why did I close the file? Didn't have to do that. Okay, yeah, this one and
Hey, you
this.
know I can see your screen, right?
Yeah. Oh, you can't see it? Yeah.
No.
Figuring stuff out anyways. I'm trying to hide the layers. This, okay. This one, yep. This one too. And we're good. Okay, so I got everything here. Um, so let's say I want to do a small little animation. I pull this tab on. I click on the record button so that it records whatever I do. Go select everything. Click on G, on R, and on S to create a frame for all of them. Now take the hand, move the hand, and it should work. Yeah, it works. So actually, you know why the elf didn't work? It's probably because it was not inverse kinematics or something like that. I don't know. Let's say I want him to move to wave, to do a little wave gesture and say hello. So I want him to. Well, first off, maybe I want him to start with duplicate. I want him to start more. Okay, mirror like this, like that. A more natural pose. I want him to have his shoulder down. Okay, good. And then frame, let's say 30. I want him to have his hand up, not both, only one. Hand up like that. Okay, here. and change the okay, so like, do you see also, by the way, how the you don't have the little dots to align the elbows? Instead you have
Right.
these arrows. So what you do is just you select the arrows and then you press on R to rotate them, and it rotates them. It's kind of easier because you don't have like to mess about with the little dot. It's just like rotate, and then it rotates all the time. There's no guessing where you need to put the dot. So that's pretty
All right.
cool. Okay, so we've got this. And now let's see. Okay, that looks kind of weird, but it's fine. So one thing that you may wanna have, let's say we've got our 30 here, and then we wanna do the little wave gestures, like up, move the.
Isa,
Oops.
what's up? You okay? Okay.
Rotate the hand. Go back here. Move the hand. Rotate the hand. Okay, and then repeat the thing a few times. Duplicate. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted to do. Only these two. Shift D to duplicate. Bam. Shift D again to duplicate. Bam. And then let's look at this. Okay, that looks good enough.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you um want to make more complex animations, let's say, and like the movement in between would look weird, like by default, here it looks kind of good, the movement, because that's kind of what we want to do. But if it doesn't look correct, and you need to make something more complex, and you want it to be like, the slideshow, as we said, that's like 3 frames per second, and
Mhm.
that's just like to time the things right, what you can do is actually go to so like the graph editor, and you see these, how it moves, like how it's smooth and stuff. So like, do you remember how we could like make it more smooth by extending the handles and stuff?
Right.
What you can do actually is select your keyframes that you want to edit, right click, then do um, the interpolation mode, and then click on constant instead of Bezier. So like constant, bam, and then you can see it's like some staircases, right?
Yeah.
And that means it's gonna switch instantly. So like it's gonna do da, and then bam, switch instant, ba bum, switch instant, right? And so here we go. And we've got the timing, and then we can figure out the timing, right? So like, it starts. Let me just put it back to the beginning. Okay, it starts at the bottom, then he lifts his hand up, then he goes right, left, right. So that can help you figure it out. And then if you wanna like have some, put them back to Bezier. Let's put them back to Bezier, and it should be good. Hold on. Yep. Okay, it moves, and it's pretty cool. Yep. It's about what we expect. And if you want to change the timings or change the how it moves, if it's faster, if it's slower. And also one thing you may want to consider. Um, I mean, yeah, the keyframes is not really where your hand is gonna end up, or like any other part that you want to move. What you need to look at is the line, and yeah, it makes sense. But whenever I put them into interpolation mode constant, you might be under the impression that it's gonna move when that thing, so like, since you don't have the flow, like, how to explain? Here the hand.
Isa, Isa, come here. Come
Just
here.
everything, hop, hop, interpolation constant. So yeah, what I want to say is that here the hand moves instantly. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like from here, where the hand is right now, to here, where it moves instantly, all that time is gonna be time where the line here is gonna move slowly, and the hand is gonna creep up slowly upwards. And that's the thing. Here it's instant, so you might be under the impression that the movement is like super snappy, super fast and stuff, when
Yeah,
really
it's
it's
like
not.
jump.
So that's the thing. Here it looks because it's in constant mode, but remember it's a really choppy frame rate. And so whenever you put it back to Bezier, all that time, like, if it felt snappy, it's probably not gonna feel as snappy now. See, it looks like very slow here, and that's not what you want because it's not natural. So that's the thing. You need to, okay. I've got the keyframes down with the whatever, um, in the constant mode, and then I know, okay, now that I'm switching it to Bezier, I'm noticing that, yeah, it's kind of way too slow. So let's increase the speed. Yeah, that's better. And maybe the waving is kind of too slow still. So I'm just gonna up, click on S, scale it down on the on this axis. Okay, move it up on same axis, and then check how it is, and that's kind of better, right?
Hmm.
And if you want to have, for example, let's put the hand down again after he finished waving. So let's select this. Okay, here, select this, Shift D. We put it there. Let me. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Can I go? Yup. Okay. Shift D. Put it at the end. Okay. And then maybe we want him to put the hand down, but like slowly, slower, you know? So we change the timing.
Okay, okay.
Here, he waves. Then when he's done, put his hand down. But maybe we want him to like put his hand down faster, but only the hand movement. So which one is it? Let me figure this out. Is the location Z? This one, right? So if I want to have the Bezier more like this and check the movement now. Nope, that was not it. Location Y. Nope. Location X. Okay, that's the X location. And then I just edit the Bezier curve and put it like this. And normally he would put it sooner and then edit like slower.
All right, all right.
Yeah, see
But
that? How he does.
I guess with the graph editor, I'm just gonna have to get used to it. You know, the more I use it, the more I understand how these things work.
Yeah. It's basically like kind of geometry slash maths.
Uh,
And honestly, it looks complicated maybe, but that like having like a few points here, like you see, this is a point, this is a point, and on each point
mhm.
you have two basic curves, you know.
Correct,
And honestly, here it looks like kind of a lot of dots, but honestly, just like the middle ones with the basic curves for each one, and you can edit them all and stuff. And this is like it looks symmetric, whatever. It's cool. It's much more manageable than having like a few million dots for like micro movements. It's so much better.
correct.
So yeah, it's graph editor. Honestly, I don't know if many people use it. It's a godsend to make your animation smoother. Like sometimes you put two keyframes and you're like, yeah, okay, it's the keyframes I want, it's the positions I want it to be, but
Good,
like the movement doesn't feel smooth or like it doesn't feel snappy. How can I change that? And the graph editor is the answer. And so yeah, so like you saw how I modified. You've got the here the little the curves for every movement. So
yes,
like basically location, it's the position of the hand. You've got X, Y, Z. One thing to remember, so like Z is supposed to be vertical, but don't be confused like by the fact that Z might not edit the vertical location, because like for example here you can see that how to explain. Okay, so Z for the hand, it's the vertical axis, but it's the vertical axis not of the scene, but of the hand. So like by
okay,
default, how is the hand? The hand is here, right?
correct.
So what would be the vertical axis for the hand? It would be along this line, right? Because the top of the
Correct.
hand is right here and the bottom is
Hmm.
here. So that's the vertical axis. So that's why Z doesn't move it down. So like here the correct axis if you want to move the hand down is X. As you can see, X, bam, it moves the hand down. Bop. So yeah, you just gotta have to play around with them, figure out which curve edits what location, what rotation,
Correct.
which scale, and then you edit it. And yeah, it doesn't make sense cause like all the curves are in a 2D plane. So like if you want to move it right or left, you gotta have Z and you gotta move it up, and that's gonna make it more left, which doesn't appear to make sense,
Not at all.
but it does.
Not at all.
So yeah, it's just a matter of getting the hang of it, and I'm sure you could learn it and be proficient with it at some point. Okay, good. Is everything okay?
That's
You've
yeah,
got a
that should
hang?
that should do it. That should do it. You covered most of all the questions I had today.
That's nice. Um, Well, I'm glad I could help. Uh, and yeah, and we're just about 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is good.
Appreciate
And
it. Appreciate it.
don't hesitate if you've ever got a problem or something with your model. Just drop a message on Discord, and I could surely help you. Okay, no problem.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help, man.
Yeah, and and so yeah, if you want to give me a nice review on Fiverr, that would be nice. Cause
No,
I don't know, I'm starting out.
no worries, brother. No worries. I appreciate the help.
Yep, yep.
I guess all I have to do now is, just do some practice, and before the more I use it, I know for a fact the more I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, practice is the main way to learn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
And
Thank you
there are
so
plenty
much
of
again, man.
tutorials and stuff online, which I'm probably gonna like recommend some to you whenever like you get more advanced and you need to do rendering. I have some tutorials I could recommend you. But yeah, until
Okay.
then, like if you have anything you want to share progress on what you do, just drop some previews of what you do on Discord, and that would be cool.
No problem. No problem. You got it. Will do. What part of
Anyways,
France you live in?
what kind of what did you say?
What part of France do you live in?
In Paris.
Oh, you live in Paris.
Yep,
Okay, my grandma live in Pa- my she live, my grandma lives in Paris.
yep, yep. Okay.
All
Well,
right, my
I
brother.
yep. I guess I'll leave you then. And hope you have a nice day.
All right, you too, man.
See you.
All right, take care.